while UNLV will have 5 swimmers in action. And as you can see from that list, the UNLV program is very talented, and the Rebels say they are one big family from around the globe, boasting an impressive 16 student athletes from outside the United States. Molly Sullivan caught up with a few of those Rebels who are ready to take their marks at what may be the biggest event of their careers.
In search of top-notch training and world-class education, international student athletes flock to the Mountain West Conference, and the UNLV swimming and diving team has clearly reaped the rewards this season. But in this Olympic year, we found that some of the Rebels are being forced to make a choice between their college and their country.
The Olympics is a 1 in 4 year thing, so you really do have to make the choice. And when it comes down to something as important as the Olympics, it's really not that hard a choice for me. It's an unfortunate choice that I have to make and that I've had to make.
You see, for the first time ever, Canadian Olympic trials in Montreal are just 2 days after the conclusion of the men's NCAAs in Federal Way, Washington, making it virtually impossible to taper and prepare effectively. The United States Olympic trials routinely make a splash at the end of summer, and in years past, Canadian trials have always been a comfortable 30 days after NCAAs. So the nationwide buzz around the pool deck is that the new conflicting date appears to be a direct attack on Canadian student athletes who chose to go to school in the United States. But there are no regrets for those who signed on the dotted line here at UNLV, because at the end of the lane, it's about reaching for your dream.
If you look at the even just straight logistics of it, if you're not on the national team and you're not getting paid to go to school in Canada, because Canadian schools can't offer scholarships like American schools can, so if you're not in the position to get those scholarships in Canada, come to school in the States, right? You're not going to lose out. If you make the NC2As, you're going to the fastest swim meet in the world. It's that simple, right? NC2As, it doesn't get any faster than that. Guys race as fast 200 backstroke as I was going 200 freestyle 2 years ago. And that's a ridiculous amount of fast swimming. And to get the experience there at a truly international meet, because it is international, it's not American, it's unparalleled anywhere else in the world.
Named the swimmer of the meet at this season's conference championship, Hortness also became the first Mountain West Conference swimmer in history to win the Sprinters Cup, a first-place finish in the 50, 100, and 200-yard freestyle events, with his 100 free setting a new league record as well. He's also currently ranked top 25 in the NCAA in all 3 of these events. And while he won't be at this year's national championship, you better believe that his Rebel pride will carry him to the starting blocks up north.
I always like to rep the UNLV gear. Last nationals, I walked out wearing my UNLV basketball jersey during Final Four. Like, it was you know, a good feeling to be able to say, yeah, I go to school in the States.
And check out a sample of one of his favorite accessories.
For me to be able to have the maple leaf on my chest, just like so many great swimmers before me, is an honor in itself. And to be able to do that, it's just a good feeling. I'm going to give it everything I got, and you know, hopefully I can come back with an Olympic ring on my finger, and I'll add to the tattoo on my chest and put the Olympic rings under there.
So who is the man behind the Rebels' success? Well, meet UNLV head coach Jim Wright. He was recently named the Mountain West Conference Men's Coach of the Year for the 4th time, and for good reason. Now in his 28th season as head coach for the Rebels, Wright is known for his calm, cool, and collected approach, and his student athletes always seem to follow suit.
Well, the work is done. We're just doing the fine-tuning. As they say, the hay is in the barn. Guys are pretty excited and maybe a little nervous. We say the same thing. It's just another meet. Just another meet, and don't approach it any bit differently, and you still get up and swim. We've been to a few Olympic trials over the years, and but never in Canada with this many people. We've got 6 kids going, and 2 of them viable contenders for the team, Keir Maitland and Richard.
It's amazing sending 3 guys back, especially 2 guys like Rich and Keir that have legitimate shots at making the Olympics. Like, just training with them every day, having Rich as my training partner, it's great. Like, being able to train every day with him, it's only making me better too.
Regardless of your birthplace, when your country comes calling every 4 years, there are only a few that can answer. And the next time these elite swimmers fight their opponents to the wall, they may just reach their dreams of making the Olympic team, thanks to the UNLV swimming family. In Las Vegas, I'm